Hi everyone, my name is Meg Dixon. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone is staying healthy and well and safe. I hope you are all washing your hands and limiting your contact with the outside world. I know it's hard, and if you're like me, you're tired of being stuck inside. You might be experiencing some body aches, headaches, lack of energy. So I'm going to walk you through a short yoga sequence to hopefully combat some of these things and maybe bring a little more calm into your day. So some things you might want to have on hand. A yoga mat is always handy. If you have yoga blocks, awesome. If not, you can always use like a nice thick book or a sturdy pillow just to kind of help you in some of these poses. You also might want to have a short little hand towel that we will use for a few poses. And to start, clear off your mat of any critters. My cats are always very curious when I bring out the yoga mat inside. So we will start off standing. We've all been sitting probably way too much. So we'll start off with the standing kind of sequence here. And we'll just move through some forward folds of some baby back bends to get warmed up. Before we do anything, stand nice and strong here on your mat. Your big toes can be touching or your feet can be separated, whichever you prefer. But feel nice and grounded here in your feet. Really press down through all four corners of your feet. Nice and strong in your legs here. Low belly is squeezing in and up, and shoulders are relaxed. Palms can face in towards your body or more forward, whichever you prefer. And just begin to tune into your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. One more time like that. And now try to breathe only through your nose if possible, taking deep inhales and exhales with your mouth closed. And we will be linking our breath with our movements today. So take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your nose. On your next inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Staying nice and strong here. Maybe you take a slight back bend at the top by just lifting your heart, leaning back, and exhale to fold all the way forward. On your inhale, take a flat back, so bring your fingertips to your shins or the mat or whatever supports you have. And then exhale, fold in. We'll take that 2 more times. Inhale, flat back. Squeeze your low belly in and up. Exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. Crown of your head reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. And exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Again, maybe a little back bend at the top. And then on your exhale, hold on to your left forearm with your right hand. Pull up on that left arm and lean to the right. You can even press your hips more towards the left to get a nice big side body stretch here on the left. Inhale, come back up, switch out your hands, pull up on your right arm, and then exhale, lean to the left. You can even press your hips more to the right to get a nice big opening here on your right side rib cage. Maybe you gaze up underneath that right arm. Inhale, come back up through center. Again, maybe a little bit back bend here, and exhale, fold all the way forward. On your inhale, come into a flat back. And then exhale, plant your hands on the mat or whatever supports you have. Step your right foot back. Drop your back knee. Untuck your toes. If this is not so good for your knee, you can always take a towel. Just kind of give yourself a little cushion there. From here, get nice and strong in your low belly, broad through your collarbones. Inhale, arms reach up for Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. On the inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, maybe you just step that back foot in or take baby steps. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hand. This time your left leg steps back. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale for Anjaneyasana. Make sure that front knee is right on top of that front ankle. So shift your hips a little forward and down. Arms are framing out your ears, shoulders are relaxed. Finding a nice big opening in the front of your left hip. On your next exhale, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And exhale, hands by your sides. We're going to build on that sequence now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Arms are lifted high, shoulders are relaxed. Sink your hips a little bit more forward and down. Nice and strong here in your belly. On your next exhale, hands clasp at your low back. And again, you don't have to be very deep here. You can be further back. You can be back here if this is better for you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your palms together as you lift your heart for a little baby back bend here. Option here to keep your palms squeezing together. Draw your fists away from your low back. And maybe, if you have a lot of flexibility here, those fists come down to the back of your leg for a deeper back bend. We'll hold wherever you are for 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands and just bring them forward. Keep your right hand down, and then on your inhale, lift your left arm up. Gazing up at your lifted hand. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Circle that left arm forward and down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step that right foot forward. Inhale, come into a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, left foot steps back. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Again, nice and strong here in your belly as you inhale, reach up for Anjaneyasana. Hips are shifting forward and down. Low belly still squeezing in and up. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, hands clasp at your low back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your palms together. Maybe you shift your hips a little more forward and down. Maybe not. Maybe you're more back here. That's okay. Just be wherever you are at this time. As you inhale, lift your heart up. Maybe you draw those fists away from your back. Maybe they come down your leg if you did so on the first side. Hold here and breathe wherever you are for 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. Frame out your front foot. That left hand stays planted. Right arm reaches up. Gaze up at that lifted hand if it's comfortable on your neck. And breathe. Circle that right arm forward and down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands by your sides. We'll take a kind of variation. I'm not going to do a full sun salute, but a couple of poses to get us into our first downward facing dog. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands again, right foot steps back. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And see if you can just step that left foot back. Press into your first downward facing dog. You can pedal through your feet here. Lift your hips up super high, trying to make your body like an upside down V. Really grounding down through the knuckles on your hands. Gaze is behind you. On your next inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, just walk yourself up to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, left foot steps back. Drop your back knee and untuck your toes. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, plant your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and step back to a downward facing dog. Again, you can pedal through your feet here. Your knees can be bent. Your heels don't have to be on the mat, but just have them reaching towards the mat. Press your chest back towards your thighs and breathe. Keep squeezing your low belly in and up. Inhale to gaze forward. And exhale, maybe you just tiptoe to the top of the mat, or however you want to get into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands by your sides. We'll do some standing poses now. So standing at the top of the mat, nice and strong here. Your hands can come to your waist. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, step your right foot back. Ground down to the outer blade of that right foot. So your right toes are pointing to the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Nice deep bend in that front knee. Arms reach up for warrior one. So really strong in both legs. So really nice and firm here, grounding down to that back heel. Hold and breathe, shoulders relax away from your ears for 3, 2, and 1. On your exhale, hands come to clasp at your low back. We're going to get a little fancy here. You can walk that left foot out to the left a little bit. So again, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, just fold forward for humble warrior. So try to bring that left shoulder inside your left knee and gaze slightly forward on your mat. Your hands can lift away from your low back. Maybe if you have a lot of flexibility, your hands come up and over. Hold and breathe for 3. Tug back on your left hip, forward on your right hip for 2. Hold for 1. Inhale, come on up. Straighten through that front leg. You can bring that front foot more center. We'll set up for a triangle pose. So reach your left arm forward, right arm back. Reach forward, forward, forward. Then let your left hand come down, just so it rests somewhere along your left leg. Could be up here, could be down here. Maybe if you take your big toes, you can go there. Hold and breathe. Lean that top shoulder back. Like if there were a wall behind you, both shoulders would touch it. Maybe you gaze up at that lifted hand for 3, 2, and 1. Gaze down at the mat, bring your right hand down, and again, maybe your hands come to blocks or the mat. Gaze is more forward, so come into like a flat back, float that back leg up, and then melt your chest down for a standing split. You can flex through those lifted toes so that you know both of your hips are square. Lift that leg a little higher and fold your chest in a little deeper. Really use your right glutes to lift that leg up. One more inhale. Exhale, right foot comes down to meet the left. We'll take a yogi toe lock here, so peace sign fingers wrap around your big toes, closing off the loop with your thumbs, and your knees can be nice and bent here. Inhale to lean forward, and then exhale, fold in. So if your knees are bent, your arms will most likely be straight. But if you have a lot of flexibility, straighten through your legs as much as possible, and you can bend your elbows. Gaze is behind you. Squeeze your low belly in and up. Gently pull your shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, lift your head, release your feet, come into that flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, and exhale, hands by your sides. We'll take it right on over to the other side. Hands come to your waist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left foot steps back. Really ground down to the outer blade of that back foot so that back leg is straight and strong. Nice deep bend in that front knee. Inhale, arms reach up. We'll hold here and we'll breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hands come down. Switch up your grip so that your opposite thumb is on top when you interlace your fingers. Might feel a little weird, but give it a try. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you breathe in. And then exhale, humble warrior, bow down. Right shoulder to the inside of that right knee. That left hip comes forward, right hip comes back so your hips are nice and square. And maybe your hands stay here, maybe they lift up off your back or come up and over. Hold here and breathe for 3. Keep gazing slightly forward, maybe at your big toe for 2. And 1. Inhale, come on up, nice and strong in your legs as you straighten that front leg. You can heel toe it more towards center. You can walk that back foot in a little bit. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back, setting up our triangle pose. Reach forward and then down. Just letting your right hand hang out somewhere along that right leg. Lean that top shoulder back. Maybe you gaze up at that lifted hand. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Gaze down at the mat. Let that left hand come down. Again, maybe to blocks or books or whatever you have. Come into a flat back here. Hinge your weight forward. Float that back leg up. Come down for a standing split. So again, you can flex those toes, so make sure they're pointing down towards the ground. And melt your chest in. Lift that lifted leg as high as it can go. Maybe you challenge your balance by holding onto your ankle with one or both hands as you fold in. Hold and breathe for 3. Squeeze your low belly in and up for 2. And 1. Exhale, left foot comes down to the mat to meet the right. Again, make sure you have about 2 fists worth of space between your feet. You can take yogi toe lock again, or for a deeper variation, take gorilla pose by standing completely on the palms of your hands. Lean your weight forward, and then exhale, fold in. Just let your head hang heavy. Release hold of your feet. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. And then exhale, hands by your sides. We'll take a standing balance. Just gonna keep it nice and simple with a tree pose. So there will be several options here. So first, ground down through your left leg. Really feel your foot sinking into the earth, almost like you were a tree. Nice and strong in that left leg, squeeze your low belly in and up, and bring your hands to heart center. Gaze at a point that's not moving. Very important for balance. First step, you can bring your right heel to your left ankle and just turn your right knee out to the right. That's the first stage. If your balance is not so great, this might be where you stay. Otherwise, float that right foot up off the mat so it presses into your left shin. Keep that foot either on your shin or bring it to your thigh as long as that foot is not pressing into your knee. You can kind of guide your foot up into your thigh if you wish. And we'll stay here for 3. Maybe you grow your tree for 2. Maybe you sway for 1. And then come on out however you came back in. Shake it out. Other side. Moving on. So ground down, nice and strong through that right foot. That right leg is really strong and engaged here. Low belly squeezing in and up. Gaze at something that's not moving. First stage, bring that left heel to your right ankle and open that right knee out, that left knee out to the left. Strong in your belly, steady in your gaze. Maybe you float that left foot up into your shin. Maybe you guide it up into your thigh. One side is always easier to balance than the other. This is obviously not my good side. Press your foot into your thigh, and it's okay if you fall out. Just come on back. Nope. Hold and breathe wherever you are for 3, 2, and 1. Come on out. Falling out maybe? Shake it out. Cool. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Actually, no, we're just gonna come to a seat. However you wanna get to the mat is fine with me. We're going to do some back bends. Very important. We've all been sitting a lot. So you can come to lay on your back, bending your knees, planting your feet. You might want to have a block or a pillow for a more kind of supported back bend. And I'll show you that one first, so that might be where you stay, but we'll do 3 otherwise. So for a supported bridge pose, you'll bring a block either the lowest or medium height, slide it underneath your hips, arms rest by your side. Still press your feet into the mat, so squeeze your low belly in and up. Chest is coming towards your chin, and this might be where you stay. Otherwise, you can take a more active bridge pose by pressing your feet down to the mat, squeeze your low belly in and up, and lift your hips. Chest comes towards your chin, gaze is straight up ahead. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. We'll take another variation. So again, press your feet down into the mat, like you want to press them down and away from you. Squeeze your low belly in and up. Press your hips up. Maybe you interlace your hands at your low back. And really lift your hips up higher for 3. Still breathing for 2. Trying not to squeeze your glute muscles too much for 1. And exhale, come on back. If wheel pose is in your practice, you can take it. I'm not going to teach it, but you can always take wheel pose here if you wish. I'll show you a little cheat for bridge pose also to help get yourself a little deeper. So press your feet down into the mat, squeeze your low belly in and up, lift your hips up, Bend your elbows so they're kind of at 90 degrees. That's ideally where you want your hips. You can give yourself a little lift here. Just keep pressing your feet down into the mat. Super strong in your belly. And then maybe you relax your arms. Maybe just keep them here as a reminder. Not holding yourself up with your hands, but just aiming to get your hips up really high. One more round of breath. Come on down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Then rock and roll forwards and backwards. Come up to a seat. We'll take a seated forward fold. If you have a block or a pillow, maybe you sit up on it. Sometimes that can make it a little easier. And it's okay to have a little bend here in your knees also. You just don't want your legs to be completely relaxed and bending backwards. So toes flex up to the sky, strong in your belly. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, just walk your hands down to your legs. Your hands can be up here, totally fine. Your hands can be further down. Maybe you hold on to the outer edges of your feet if you have really long arms like me, or a lot of flexibility. And maybe you interlace your hands beyond your feet. So many options. Another one, so you can use your towel or strap to kind of fold in a little bit. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come on up. Plant your hands, one hand put behind you. Bend your knees, plant your feet down into the mat. Lift your hips up for reverse tabletop, head falls back. Take a deep breath in through your nose, lift your hips up higher. If you gaze at your knees and you can see them, it means you need to lift your hips up more. One more inhale here. Exhale, sigh it out. Come down. We'll take a Janu Shirshasana. So you want to have your top part of your body over your extended left leg. Your right foot is in towards your left thigh. Turn your body. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, just fold down, holding on to whatever part of your leg or your foot. And hold here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come on up. Switch it up. Same thing, other side. So left foot comes to your inner right thigh. Turn your body so it's over that right leg. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, just fold in, holding on to whatever part of your leg or your foot you can. Hold here and breathe. Keep flexing through that right ankle for 3. Squeeze your low belly in for 2. And 1. Inhale, come back up. And this one might be a little intense for you, so you don't have to have your feet super close in towards your body. They can be more forward. If your knees are up here, you can sit on a block. If you have blocks, you can bring them kind of one underneath each knee. Or not. You can just have your feet further away from your body. So your knees are getting as close to the mat as is possible and comfortable. You can hold onto your feet with both hands. If you open your feet up like a book, you might notice that your knees just naturally come down a little bit more. Take a deep breath in, shoulders are pulling back and relaxed. You might stay here, especially if your knees are up high, you'll definitely stay here. If you have a lot of flexibility, you can start to hinge forward from your hips, keeping a flat back, just leaning forward. If you are leaning forward, think nose beyond your toes, not in. So nice and strong in your belly. Try not to use your arms to press your knees down, but just use the strength of your legs to do that. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back up. Bring your knees together, legs out long. A little bit of core work, always important. You can point your toes if you want, and you squeeze your low belly in and up as you lean back for 3, 2, and 1, and come all the way down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze, maybe rock side to side. And then just let your knees fall over to the left, keeping both shoulders on the mat. Just let your knees fall over for a nice little twist. Gaze out over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, knees fall to the right. Maybe you gaze out over your left shoulder. Again, both shoulders stay on the mat. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, give yourself one final squeeze. Maybe you lift your head up, giving yourself a hug. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Legs extend long on the mat. Arms by your sides, palms facing up. You can close your eyes or just gaze softly down the tip of your nose. Let go all control of your thoughts and all control of your breath. And find your peace and your rest. Slowly begin to bring awareness back into your body, taking small movements through your fingers and your toes, rolling through your wrists and ankles. Maybe rock your head from side to side. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, like you're waking up for the second time today. And then exhale, you can bring your knees in towards your chest, maybe roll onto one side, and then just come up to a seat. Sitting comfortably here. On your next inhale, bring your hands to heart center. And exhale, namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Meg Dixon, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.